microphone and talk to one of our favorite people with the NCAA tournament coming up starting tomorrow. One of our favorite people and a colleague of Woody's at ESPN, the one and only Dickie V, Dick Vitale. Dick, thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks a lot. I just did a 2-hour media blitz for Alberto beef jerky and just got over it. I said, I promised you to be on. I want to be on with you guys.
Well, appreciate it, Dick. I know that you have a lot going on, especially this week. Everybody wants a piece of you. I'm glad you gave a piece of yourself to us today. You know, one thing I always wonder, Dick, do you actually fill out a bracket? Do you actually pick a winner of the tournament? Do you enter an office pool or anything like that?
No, I don't enter an office pool, but I do do a bracket, and I pick it. It's posted right now on DickVitaleOnline.com. If you go there and click Dick's Picks, they'll all be up there. But I can just tell you a quick story. My daughter one year, she's working, and she calls me up. She says, Dad, everybody in work said I can't call you for advice, but help me out with my bracket. So I helped her out. Tournament ends, and she calls me back. Thanks a lot, Dad. I finished last.
Well, then we won't be asking you for any advice on our brackets, Dick.
Hey, let me tell you this, guys. It's a guessing game. It's a total guessing game. But I want to give you a little info. The 12 seed against the 5, the last 3 years, the 12 has beaten the 5 66% of the times. So think about that. Think about coaches, for example, when you're filling out your bracket. Coaches that really excel in the one-and-out situation. There are a lot of guys that can't handle that, where it's one bad game and the party's over.
Dick, is there a sleeper in your mind? Is there somebody who can actually upset Kentucky? Or if you want to define a sleeper as a team that's not seated very high, that could maybe do some damage in this thing. Maybe not win the whole thing, but do some damage.
You know, when I look at Kentucky's region, the one team in their region that could create some problems for them, I believe, is certainly when I look at Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish. I mean, any team that could beat Carolina, beat Duke in 24 hours, and we're not talking football, basketball, in the state of Carolina could beat a lot of people. And one of the reasons they excel, when you look at the Irish, they excel because they shoot the ball so well. And if you're going to play Kentucky, you better have some three-point shooters because you're going to get very little around the basket on the interior. They block shots so well. They're so big. They're so athletic. And really, I would say Notre Dame, but I don't expect it to happen. I really don't. I think we're looking at 40-0. But the only beauty, guys, when I look at it, Woody and Les, is the fact that it's a scenario where it's not the NBA. If it was 4 out of 7, you got no shot. But a one bad night party, you got a chance.
Dick, this is Woody. I've got 2 questions for you. I wanted to let Les get all of his out of the way. The 2 most important questions I have for you. Number 1, are you still having breakfast every morning at the same place in Sarasota? Because I had a place in Venice, and I would come up and I'd look for you at breakfast at the place where you always eat. Number 2, how are your Tampa Bay Rays going to do this year?
Hey, Woody, I do. I go to eat at a place called Another Broken Egg, and at the First Watch, I alternate because both are very supportive of my goal of raising money for kids battling cancer. So I go to both those places. You're in Venice now. I'm going to give you a tip. Great place, one of my favorites for Italian food in Venice, on Venice Avenue, Made in Italy. You go to Made in Italy, tell them I sent you. The guys are right from Italy, and the food is phenomenal. But I go there. My Rays, I'm really worried about our run production. Pitching staff should be solid. Run production will be very, very difficult.
I've eaten it made in Italy, and you're right. It is made in Italy. Going back to the tournament, you've been around the game so long, and it's kind of funny that Larry Brown and SMU, that the last time Larry Brown was in the NCAA tournament, he won it, and the last time SMU was in the tournament was 1993, and I think they're a sneaky kind of team in this tournament. Do you agree with me, or am I an idiot? Well, you know I'm an idiot.
Now, hey, Woody, let me tell you this. Larry Brown is one of my favorites because he's the member of the 70s club, showing us guys in the 70s that we still can exist and we still have the energy and still have the ability to perform. So you got to root for a guy like that when you're in the 70s. But David, he's done an amazing job. I call him like a Frank Lloyd Wright, an architect, to build that program to where it's at. They're a dangerous team. They got UCLA. It'll be a tough first game, but I pick SMU to beat UCLA. I really do. They have discipline, good shot selection, and they really understand how to play. But I look at a sleeper, a team as a 5 seed and higher, a 7 seed out there, Michigan State. As a number 7 seed with the leadership of Tom Izzo, very dangerous, and they're definitely capable of making a run.
Dick, I've got a fill-in-the-blank question for you, okay? You've been doing this for almost 40 years for ESPN. If anybody could fill in this blank, you can. Here's the sentence. Kentucky is the best team I've seen in college basketball since.
Well, they're the best team I've seen since 2 years ago. Their Kentucky team. You want to know the truth? I think their Kentucky team 2 years ago could beat this team. I really do. Anthony Davis, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, and that gang, Teague, Jones, that team was really unbelievable. Now, they weren't as perfect as this team. This team is deeper. I think the amazing job, and people don't pay enough attention to it, is the fact that John Calipari could take a bunch of McDonald's high school All-Americans and get them to buy into playing limited minutes, not worry about stats, not worry about ego, just worry about bringing pride to the jersey. I had them Saturday and Sunday in the semifinal and the finals, and I'm telling you, when I got done, I went out with my wife, I said, hon, they are scary good. They're not good. They are scary good. They are so intimidating. It's unbelievable.
What, Dick, and we won't keep you but a moment longer, but your favorite first-round game, is there one that you just are so excited about seeing? I know you have great enthusiasm for the NCAA tournament.
Well, I look at that, Woody, and there's a game that intrigues me. I happen to, I was going to different stations on TV and watching different games, and I caught a team called Eastern Washington. I caught them against Indiana, and I got intrigued in the game, and I started watching it. And as it went on, Eastern Washington beats Indiana in Bloomington, and a kid named Harvey who can really score. And they're playing a 4th seed. They're a 13. They're playing Georgetown. And I think the Hoyas could have a real tough battle. I don't think it's going to be as easy as some people believe. So I'm going to be watching that game very, very closely. All I can say to the kids at Hampton, it was a great moment for them beating Manhattan yesterday. What a moment. Joy, jubilation, excitement in the playing game. And then all of a sudden you go to the locker room, you take your uniform off, and you say, wow, we got a date now with Kentucky. And all I say is, ouch. Ouch. Hey, guys, I got to get a 2-hour run. I've done 2.5 hours straight. I'm worn out, but before I go, I got to say, happy birthday to my sister, Terry. It's her birthday today out in Englewood, Colorado. She's the best. I want to also wish all the luck to my niece, Piper. She's expecting a child again, and my family's out there, unless you know Terry. And Woody, I think you know Terry. She's the editor, publisher of Colorado Expression.
Yes, I actually dated Terry at one point.
Oh, my God. Dick, you could have been a brother-in-law to Woody. Hey, Dick, really appreciate your time. We know how hectic your schedule is, and we'll talk to you real soon. Thanks for making the time.
Got to get a TO, baby. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right.